my gay timeline continues. Right before I moved to Los Angeles, I took a road trip with my friend Gina, and we were looking for my apartment. We had driven all the way down, we were tired, starving, we turned on Santa Monica Boulevard, because it seemed like, whatever, you know, sounds like a good street, I think I've heard of it. And we were looking for appealing restaurants. Saw a whole strip of them. They all looked good, picked one, sat down, and our waiter was so hot. Gina and I did not have boyfriends, and we were like, this guy is so hot. Look at him. He has a tight black shirt on, tight black jeans, cowboy boots, and we realized that all the waiters were really good looking, and they all were wearing these tight black shirts, tight black jeans, and these cowboy boots, and that was their uniform. And that was a little curious for us, but we didn't really think about it. Finished eating, paid our lovely, friendly, very, very, very super hot waiter, and walked outside the restaurant, and suddenly there was all these little rainbow flags everywhere. And we thought, oh, look at it. Okay, this must be LA's Castro district. Put it together, loved it, got it, noted it. It was right around the corner from the Abbey. Didn't know that then. Now we know. I live right around the corner. Now, currently today, it's fun. But a couple years later, I was cast in Glee, and my gay knowledge went through the roof. I mean, and I loved it. And I met all of my wonderful friends, and I worked with them, and was employed by them, the whole 9 yards. And it is because of them and our fans that I stand so proudly here today. And I'm so happy to be here in my hometown. Last year, during Gay Pride Month, and while performing our Glee tour, we were in Canada, and I was really inspired by the fact that everywhere I turned, there was openly supportive people. You would tune into iTunes, and there would be the flag on iTunes. It was just everywhere, and it reminded me of home, and I wanted to show my admiration for the LGBT community. So, as a cast, I mean, we had a lot of shows. So we tended to incorporate fun little pranks, or change up to the show so that we stayed on our toes, the audience stayed on our toes, their toes, not our toes. One night during our Lady Gaga number, I decided to wear a Lex Girl shirt instead of my usual Lucy Kabushi shirt. And if you haven't seen the show, this probably sounds really confusing. I'm sorry for that. But anyway, the next day I went on my Tumblr page and I wrote about why I chose to wear that shirt and what it meant to me. And so right now I'd like to do kind of an experiment with one of the last portions of what I wrote. So if you will, can I see a show of hands if this applies to you? Raise your hand if you've spent nights crying yourself to sleep. Glad I'm not the only one. Raise your hand if you feel that you'd rather hide in bed all day than face people that make you feel small or powerless. That's it? Come on. Didn't you go to middle school and high school? Thank you. So, raise your hand if you felt you'd rather lie to people than be who you are, so that you didn't have to be oppressed, experience prejudice, any of them. Terrible things that I know that we've all felt in so many ways, whether you're gay or I was Jewish living in Texas for a while, and that was something that was terrible. And then I moved to San Francisco and there were no cops in my temple, and I realized that that was a great thing. There's so many things that we can all feel and learn from these experiences, and lying to yourself is perhaps the worst thing that anybody can do. As you can probably tell by this long speech, that I'm very passionate about this. And it is because more than anything, I hate seeing people be hurt. It is the one thing that kills me more than anything. And it seems so unnecessary. So I know what it's like. I know what it's like when that's a constant in somebody's life and what that breeds. So, thank you for having me. Have a wonderful time tonight. I encourage you all to let love in as much and as many times as you want throughout your days, throughout your life. And I know that by you all being here, you must. So, tonight, let's celebrate, but let's also take action to help the LGBT community. And let's raise some money because GLAAD's work makes a difference in the lives